Fred MacGuffin reviews The Legend of 1900, starring Tim Roth, and this is from 1998. It's drama, music, and romance, and it's written and directed by Giuseppe Tornatore. Tornatore, and he also directed Cinema Paradiso, Deception, Malena, Ennio, and The Star Maker. And yeah, I think he scooped an Oscar for the Cinema Paradiso. Now, this stars Tim Roth as 1900, and you may have seen Tim Roth in Reservoir Dogs, Rob Roy, Pulp Fiction, Hateful Eight, and The Incredible Hulk. Now, I'm going to read the back of the box. On the very first day of the new century, a baby boy is found on the passenger ship Virginia. The orphan is brought up in secret by the ship's coal room worker, hidden from the world and never knowing any other life than the belly of the ship. He is known as 1900. When the boy's father is killed in an accident, 1900's identity becomes known to the rest of the ship. When he wanders into first class and proves to be a prodigy on the grand piano, 1900 stays on board the ship, entertaining the world, 2,000 people at a time. Yeah, that's a bit. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. 3 decades later, the Virginian is a rusted hull. Now, this Virginian, it looks like the Titanic. So, this came out a year after Titanic, and the ship looks like the Titanic ship. Yeah, this looks great. There's great sets. Tim Roth gives it his all. I think he learned how to pretend to play the piano, and he does a good job. So this looks great, and the director of photography is Lejos Calte, and he also did the cinematography for Malena, Just Cause, and White Palace. So let's go with this. 3 decades later, the Virginia is rushed all judges, and just one man remembers the former beauty of the ship, the legend that was 1900, and the strange fact that the penis just disappeared when the ship was taken out of business. He suspects that 1900 may still be on board the doomed ship. And so the search begins. Now, the man that remembers 1900 and was a trumpet player on the ship is called Max, and he's played by Pruitt Taylor Vince. You may have seen him in Angel Heart, Wild at Heart, JFK, Identity, and Natural Born Killers. So he's retelling this story to a music shop owner, and the music shop owner is played by Peter Vaughan, and you may have seen him in Straw Dogs, Brazil, Time Bandits, and Game of Thrones. And he was trying to sell his trumpets and get some money for it, and he notices pianos that were on the ship that he worked on with 1900, and then he gets the information where the ship is and goes to try and find 1900, because the music shop owner tells him that he got the pianos from this ship that's been demolitioned or taken apart or put up for scrap or whatever they do. It says on the back of this, a masterpiece of poetic cinema rivals the opulence of Titanic. So yeah, you're getting a poetic cinema experience here. Anyway, word gets out about Max being a great, or not Max, about 1900 being a great piano player, and someone comes to take him on and see how good he is and have a piano play off, and that's Jelly Roll Martin or Morton, played by Clarence Williams III. And you may have seen him in Purple Rain, 52 Pickup, Maniac Cop 2, Tales from the Hood, and Life. So there's a very good scene with the two of them battling it out for who's the better piano player. And yeah, 1900 is a prodigy. He's a musical genius. Who else in this? We have Bill Nunn, who plays Danny, and he's 1900's dad. And he was also in Do the Right Thing, Mo Better Blues, Regarding Henry, Sister Act, and Spider Man 1, 2, and 3. This is okay. This film, it's frustrating for me, the whole script. And when I think when you watch it, you'll know why. But it looks great. It's it's a film you don't hear much about. I feel like Tim Roth was miscast in this. I really like him as the bad guy in Rob Roy. Um, yeah, I just don't think he was the right pick, the right choice for 1900. But still, he's a great actor, and he's been great in a lot of other movies. And a bit of trivia about this: this is a 2 hour movie, but there is a 2 hour 45 minute cut of this movie, and it does feel like it could use a bit more story, a bit more. You feel like something's missing from this. It's an exquisite fable, it says on the back of the box, and poetic cinema. Uh, there's a lot to enjoy here. There's a lot to yeah. I think if you can get your hands on this, it's worth a look. The ending will, if you like the ending for this, if you like the poetic ending for this, you it's I'd say you'll either love it or hate the movie. But all in all, uh, nice to see this. And is it a hidden gem? I think it is, but I can see why it hasn't risen the ranks of highly regarded movies. I give this a 3 out of 5. So yeah, I'd recommend it, but be wary. The ending, mm, Brad MacGuffin reviews The Legend of 1900.